Hello, Blake Hart here today, coming at you with another business video. I haven't had some like of those nuts and bolts of business in a while, so this one has been on my mind, and I just want to get it out there because I think it can help a lot of people, and that's what I'm here for. I wanted to talk about solutions for keeping track of the information in your business. So this is for DJs, producers, beat makers, musicians, artists, creators, anybody out there who is just starting their business potentially or has been in business for a while and doesn't have a good system of keeping track of your business. And keeping track of what's going on in your business is really important so that you always know where you stand. Are you making a profit? Are you losing money? Do you have to pivot and make some changes? Like, what is going on in your business? And in order to be successful, you need to know those things, right? Because if you're just blind to everything, right? You got money coming in, money going out, you don't know what's going on. If you're blind to what's going on, how are you going to grow a successful business? So that's where something like QuickBooks comes into play. There's FreshBooks, there's other competitors. I'm going to be looking at QuickBooks today because they have a great way to go online and dig around and get to see actually what that software is like. So that's what we're going to be doing. But yeah, like, let's do it because this is important stuff for you guys. If you're a business that has gotten far enough in your journey that you have the money to be able to pay for bookkeepers and accountants and attorneys and all that stuff, then this video is probably not for you, right? You probably have something like this set up already because you're working with those people. But for folks who, you're new here, you need to treat your business like a business. And we're going to dive in and show you how to do that. So let's go. QBO has something called Test Drive. You can just put it into Google it, QBO Test Drive. They'll bring you to this website. It gives you an opportunity to check out the software in real time. So go down here. We're going to click on the United States Test Drive. Tell it we're not a robot. And hopefully it lets us in. Cool. So this is this mock company that's set up. It's called Craig's Design and Landscaping Services. But what you see here is actually QuickBooks. I mean, this is when you're paying for the product. This is what you're getting. Now I'm going to go back here quickly so that you can see there's a few different tiers of what you may need, right? The great thing is there's a simple start, which is $12.50. So, cool. But figure out, look here, see what you need, because there are different options. And this goes through some of the stuff that happens. Before we dive into mobile, there is a mobile app, which is cool. Like, you can look at your app anytime and see what's going on, have an idea of your cash flow, all these awesome things that are important for your business. And you can tie it into other apps if you are using any of those, for example, such as Honeybook. So if you're a DJ, you may be using Honeybook because it's really awesome for proposals and booking and contracts and all that other stuff. And that ties into QuickBooks, which is awesome. Okay, but we're here for QuickBooks. So let's get back in and we're going to go into Test Drive. So this is what QuickBooks looks like. You can access all the different features from here, or there's lots of other stuff here on the sidebar. A lot of stuff going on, but don't be overwhelmed because although it may take a little while to figure out what's going on, you'll get it. You'll figure it out. I have faith in you. So you can create invoices from in here, which is awesome because I know a lot of you, because I've probably been guilty at some point in time. Somebody wants to pay you and they're like, hey, send me an invoice. I need an invoice. And you're like, you're Googling invoice templates on Google. You're like, what? I don't know what an invoice. I need an invoice. So this is really cool because you look professional. It's easy for you to create an invoice. You can set up your different customers, and in here you can set up products and services. This is an example of what Craig has set up for his business because he's doing lawn stuff. He's got concrete, gardening, he rocks, all kinds of garden stuff. But you can set up anything in here. So that you always have it. So if you're doing services, you can put DJing here. You can even go down here and set up whether it's taxable or not. QuickBooks has automated sales tax system, so you don't even need to know what the tax rate is. It'll tell you. So all kinds of good stuff going on here. But you can set up your, I put in DJ package 1. Although, please just have 1 or 2 packages as a DJ. I haven't done that video, but don't have too many packages. That's a whole nother thing. But let's call it that, and let's say it's $2,000. And we're gonna, so, I can put this in the category. I can put a picture here. I can do, you name it. I can give it a SKU because it's my 001 package. I'm gonna save and close this, and now I've got it set up in here. And I can easily just pull this up. Like every time that I'm creating an invoice, you can, whatever it is you sell, you can easily pull it up. So this is a really cool feature. You can save and just email it and send it. And there's actually payment solutions available as well through QuickBooks. So if you want to take credit cards, you can do it. It's easy. All that stuff is easy. So invoicing, easy. And what happens is when you're creating invoices and stuff in here, that flows to your, all your reports. You can see your financials and everything. Same thing with expenses when you're spending money in here. I mean, it's all going to flow through the reports. But we're just going to save and close this. It's gonna make me select a customer. I don't have it. Let me select Amy's Bird Sanctuary. So I'm gonna save and close it. All right. So we got all this stuff, right? We got our banking. So you can set up your banking so that if you're using one credit card, it'll always recognize what your expenses are, and it'll categorize those, right? So if you take your business credit card and you buy gas, it's going to know, all right, I'm going to take that in here and I'm going to put it in gas. So it actually categorizes all your expenses so that you have, like I said, this great picture of what's going on, especially now, right? DJs, I know it's a big thing. Gas is up. Are you raising your prices? Because you know what? That gas is costing you a lot more money. So this is just a tool you can use to assess, okay, what are your expenses? Have they increased? Once you get going, you can, compare this year to last year. So we have our sales. You can see where your sales are at any given time. It's a nice graph. Very robust, lots of stuff. Recurring invoices in here if you need to set those up for any reason, which is awesome. You can see your cash flow at any given point in time once you set that up. But we talked about our expenses, different vendors that you work with, and you can see how these are categorized here, right? So it knew, so this Hicks hardware, this was a credit card expense, and it was, he had, the way Craig has it set up, he has these different sub accounts, and it goes into those sub accounts to see. And you can see some of these here. These are the chart of accounts. It's something that you can actually personalize, but I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here because I don't want you to worry about stuff like that, because you can hop in here and just learn that stuff in time. If you're a project-based business, we've got solutions for that. But payroll, if you're a larger business, there are payroll options. But again, I'm talking to a smaller business here. But this is an important part of QuickBooks, and this is just the meat of your business is in your reports. So you can actually, I mean, there's obviously the balance sheet, right? That is a classic report, but there's other ones here, right? Because you want to see, well, at any given time, what are your current assets? What are your current liabilities? Basically, big picture, where does your money stand? Where's your money? Where does your business stand? Because where's your money at? But all kinds of different reports in here, and it's huge, right? Profit and loss by month, profit and loss by customer. Really gives you just an awesome picture of your business. And this is what takes you from being like an entry level, just starting business, my business, here I am, to okay, here we go. I am in this business. I want to be successful in this business. I want to make money with this business, and I don't want this business to fail. I feel like QuickBooks or something similar, that's the difference between those two things, because once you get into here, you're taking it seriously. Everybody's caught up in oh, I'll get an LLC. I want to get an LLC, right? I got a video about that up here. Check it out if you want to get an LLC. And that's the end all be all. And once you get the LLC, oh yes, I'm a business. And there's so much more than that. So much more than that, right? Yes, that should make you feel official because it is your birth, right? Your business has been born. But this is the stuff you need to then concentrate on. And I know a lot of you aren't doing it. But yeah, like all this stuff, if you end up having to do 1099s, right? Because you have a DJ business and you gotta issue 1099s, like that's gonna help. Sales tax, so sales tax liability report. If you have to pay sales tax in any given jurisdiction because what you're selling is taxable, here you have track of what those things are. And it can even drill back down into invoices to see, okay, this was the Duke's basketball camp. I can drill down and see like what was the invoice. Like I can see what's happening in my business, and it's huge. See, this one's been paid. You can see when things have been paid. Just so many important things. There's the ability to track mileage through the QuickBooks app, so that's really a helpful thing to do. Depending on what version you have of this, there's some other features in some of them. Maybe they help you file your taxes even, right? Because QuickBooks is owned by Intuit that owns TurboTax. So that may be tied together and be helpful for you as well. So just a lot of really cool things in here. If you have an accountant, usually they're hooked up to your QBO. That's what they utilize to help pay your sales tax, like do your all your back end stuff, bookkeeper rather, accountant, whoever you're using. So, and then this is all the different third-party apps that can tie into here if you need them to. They have different integrations. But that in a nutshell is QuickBooks. And I know for some people, you probably heard about it, you just don't even know what it is. But I mean, just to give you an idea, that's what it is. This is just keeping track of your business. And here we can look at this overview. Now, this is Craig's business. Imagine if you were set up in QuickBooks and you could see all this. So he's able to see just at a glance his net income for the last 30 days here and his expenses. It's got a nice little chart here. You can look at it over 30 days if you wanted to look at it. He could look at it over this year if he wanted to, which is really cool. He can compare it to last year if he wanted to. See what invoices are outstanding, all that stuff, and see how your sales are doing. Are you down? Are you up? What's going on? And how much money you have. So at a quick glance right here, you have an idea of what is going on in your business, and that is so critical. So I hope that you guys are finding this video helpful. Again, it's been on my mind to make it for a while, and there's obviously a bunch more that you could talk about with QuickBooks, because it is something that you have to get up and going for your business, right? You have to integrate your checking account, your credit cards. You got to get integrated. But once you do, look at all the valuable information that you can have. Now, there's other competitors to QuickBooks. There's FreshBooks. So FreshBooks is the same sort of similar idea. How they have different packages as well. So you can send invoices, keep track of your expenses, do estimates, track your sales tax, and all that kind of stuff too. And there's other ones as well. So QuickBooks just happens to be the one I think that's the most well-known. So I'll put all the links down below. The QuickBooks link is not an affiliate link. So just trying to give you guys some information. And then, like I said, HoneyBook ties in. So I haven't gone through any of these types of apps, but HoneyBook is a really, really awesome app to be able to manage businesses which take appointments, right? And have contracts and proposals. So photography, DJing, the musicians that, maybe if you're performing at weddings, those types of things, this is really helpful for you. I meant for this to be a short video. I'm not sure how short it is at this point. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you like this. If you guys are, just starting your business, in the process of getting legit, all those things, take a look at this video up here. right? I've got a video about sole proprietorship versus LLC, and I know that's the question that comes up a lot for people is what should I be? What should I be? You know, you've gotten it probably pounded in you that you need to be an LLC, but maybe for your business, being a sole proprietor is a better choice. So go check out that video. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you again soon.